Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Razel Dazel. I finally hung up Brian's blanket here in the craft room. It's beautiful. I love it so much, and everybody made such beautiful things for the Boggy Creek auction. I was super happy to be a part of that. Everybody makes such beautiful, wonderful things. It's meaningful. It makes it special, you know? So, yeah, I'm glad that I got to partake in the Boggy Creek auction and I finally hung up Brian's blanket. I went and got I had to go to Walmart and get the 3M Command hooks. I went and did that today because I needed some other stuff at Walmart too. Mason jars. I went and got the big mason jars so I can do my dyes for when I'm dyeing the yarn. And I got the rest of my dyes, and I'm going to share that too. I was using my air purifier to help kind of dry some of the yarn. When it came out of the dryer, it was still a little damp. Uh-oh. So here's the colors from my experiment. I started working on the purples. And then I was doing like the blues. Which I actually had a lot of dye in these blue ones to see what colors would stick and which ones wouldn't. And then I did the green color. That was my last experiment, was the green color. I used the Nile green. And here's what it looks like in the Dutch flower square. It's a really pretty light green color, and then it's got the little specks of other colors in it. And I put these in the washing machine to see if the colors would fade. And the colors stayed in, but I have one in the washing machine right now, and I was like, let's try hot. You're not supposed to, but let's try the hot water just to see if it makes it fade or not. But usually I wash everything in cold water, especially my pretty stuff, the stuff that is handmade. I usually put on delicate in the washing machine, and I use cold water because that's what you're supposed to do, especially when it's colorful. You're supposed to put it in the washing machine with cold water. The only reason you use hot water is to really sanitize, like if somebody was sick or something and you needed to sanitize something real quick. Then you use hot water. And I'm still gonna experiment this weekend Probably Saturday. I don't know. Unless I get excited and decide to stay up all night and dye yarn in the kitchen while everybody's asleep. Don't put it past me. I get really excited. We might pull an all-nighter and just stay up all night, all morning. But I wanted to do another test because I got a lot of different ideas on how to dye acrylic yarn. And I love the acid dye colors, and obviously you can do it because I'm doing it. Maybe the colors aren't staying in super brightly, and every dye is different and every color is different. So there's factors you gotta play out on that. You just have to play mad scientist. So there's a couple of other tricks that I want to try to see if we can get the colors brighter and different techniques and chemicals to use. I want to try baking soda on acrylic yarn. Try baking soda. I want to try different types of salt. Got some tricks up my sleeve. Some other things that I don't want to mention, but yeah. We're going to figure it out and see what happens. So I got some big jars of dye. So these will probably last me for my entire life. I don't know, but they probably will last me till I'm like 100 years old. But this, so I got some off of the Dharma trading company, and these are acid dyes. I don't know, I just like using acid dyes because, you know, you mix your citric acid in there and then it's like magic. So this one's black and it's 1 pound. So this will probably last me my entire life. But it was a good deal. It was a pretty good deal. Where's my little receipt? It was just cheaper. Yeah, I felt like it was just cheaper for me to do it that way instead of buying little tiny packages, you know. This here, so, and every color is different, but this one came out to $20.40. I mean, for an entire pound that's going to last me for the rest of my life, $20.40 doesn't really seem that bad. But yeah, every color is a different price. What was the most expensive? The saffron and the cayenne were the most expensive, and those came out to $27.15 for those two colors. So those are the most expensive. The $27. And that's the cayenne. I need to put the color on the thing, you know, so that we know what color it is. But this is cayenne red, and that was $27.15 for 1 pound, and it's gonna last me forever. Like, I'm going to be 100 years old and still have this. I'm never going to go through it all. I doubt it. I don't know. Maybe I will, but that's a lot. 1 pound. what was the other one? Saffron, which is a really pretty yellowy orange color. It's like a yellowy orange. Mostly it's really like a dark yellow. Saffron Spice. Man, I need to put the colors on the container so then I know what colors look, what the colors look like. It's a mystery. Like I remember what they look like when I went to buy them, but I'd like it to where they had the actual color on the container. I got chartreuse, and that one's like a yellow green color. I got ballerina pink. It's like a really pretty pink color. Blued steel. I got that color. Sea spray. I got amethyst. And then this one's a fancy one. Purple pop. And it's fluorescent. So it'll show up in a black light. It'll glow with a black light. And it's called Purple Pop. So I definitely want to try that one. Especially if we're going to be doing cosmic galaxy yarn. Get a little fluorescent in there. So I'm really excited about that one. Yeah, I only got 8 ounces because that one... Yeah, this one was 21.35 for an 8 ounce. So this one is a little bit more pricier, probably because it is fluorescent and it glows with a black light. So that one's kind of fancy. But I might try that one when we do our experiments. Yeah, I'm not going to run out. That's for sure. There's a lot in here. Yeah, these are really big. So I got those colors for life. I'm pretty sure I have these colors for life because there's no way I'm going to go through this. Maybe, but it's going to take me a long time. But, I have all my other little colors in my box, too. See, I might try this, too. I might experiment with this too, but it's a thickener, and you boil your water and you put this in with your dye, and it thickens up your dye water. It'll thicken it up. So we might try that. And this was pretty expensive. So there's a lot of experimenting that still needs to be done, and things we can do to test to see how to get the colors to show up a little bit better and to get them to hold on to the plastic yarn better. So I'm still trying to figure that out. They had this too, the dye fixative, which is probably a little bit similar to the Retain and the Synthropol that I got. It's probably close to that. So we can test this out too. It says I can do it before and after to help with trying to get color to stick into this yarn and to absorb a little bit better. But this has formaldehyde in it. So this is pretty dangerous stuff. It's got formaldehyde. I think I might have to ask my husband for a better mask. Formaldehyde. Although, maybe, I mean, don't they use that in makeup? Won't that just make me look young and preservatives? I don't know if that'd be good for my lungs. Let's face it. I'm probably going to have to get a better mask. I'm sure he's got one somewhere. Yeah. Still trying to contact the aliens from outer space. They haven't given me any messages. I've been telling them that they need to take me to their leader. You know. I put a little landing strip out in the backyard for them to land their spacecraft to come visit me. I'm still waiting as I'm looking out my window. No little green men yet. Nope. But I'm getting somewhere. Gradually trying to figure out how to get some nice colors in the acrylic. And I got some right here that are kind of blueprinted. I got up to 50 of these, and they already have like a little blueprint on them with the purple and pink. So I got 50 of those ready. And then I'm starting to wrap some more with my box. And I did buy some more of the big twist balls. And I've been getting these on Mary Maxim, and they had a sale. Buy one ball, get one ball 50% off on Mary Maxim. So that's what I did. And I ordered 22 more of these big balls. The value pound. Because these are like, what, $8.99? I think they're like $8.99. They might as well just say $9. I don't know what that 99 cents is all about. You know, just say it's $9. What's the penny? I mean, we really count down to the pennies here in the year 2025. I don't know. Every penny counts, I guess. Maybe that's the logic. Every penny counts. But you're going to need a lot of pennies to buy something, especially nowadays. That's just the way the cost of living and everything, it just keeps going up to the moon. So this is what I'm using, and I'm wrapping it to where I get like it's over 150 yards. I know that. So you get 150 yards in a little mini skein is what I'm doing, because it's just easier for me to work with. It's just yeah, smaller and easier for me to work with, and it's for little projects. I mean, you could do a big project with it, but I was just thinking for little projects, and then you can mix the different colors in with the big twist. That's kind of the idea I had. So that way you don't get bored with colors. Let's see. Like I have a bunch of different colors. You know, Big Twist. Big Twist has all these different colors. This one's eggplant, medium rose, and this is mint, and it's got the sparklies in it. But yeah, you just take your colors or whatever, and then you decide what you want to put with it. Just like you would with a variegated yarn, you know. Which is basically, that's what this is. It's just I'm hand dyeing it. I'm like painting it on to get it to look a certain way, and then you can mix it with your different colors. But nothing right now is, these are pretty light and subtle. It's not exactly, it's not giving me wow factor yet. That's kind of what I'm waiting for, is to get the wow factor. See, and I even have the value pound, and this is magenta. This one's the magenta in the Big Twist, and I got the big bowl. And these were, actually, I might have got these for $8, because I got these from the Joann Fabrics, and I'm pretty sure that these were going for $8 or somewhere close to that. So they have different colors in the value pound, and they are different from, I mean, some of them are different from the smaller balls. Like, I'm just gonna grab another pink. This one's hot pink. I mean, it's almost fluorescent. It's super bright. Super hot pink. But they have different colors with the value than what they do. And some of them are the same. They have the same with these. Like, I got a lot of the mustard in these huge balls. And they have them in the value. But the value are softer. And I don't know if anybody's noticed. The value yarn, it's a lot softer than this. I don't know what it is, but the value is softer. And I wonder, maybe it is from the color that they put in it. Makes them softer. I don't know. But yeah, I have a lot of these. And I have a lot of these. I just really like the big twist. There's a lot of colors. And right now it's like the cheapest yarn kind of that you can get. At least for me, especially with dyeing it. It's cheaper. And with all the colors and everything, there's so much you can do with all of these colors. Like I'm making this cute little headband for Sabrina for winter time. I thought that would be a cute little gift. A little headband for her. And that's with the hand-dyed yarn. It's got cute little baubles on it. Little stocking stuffers, you know. But there's all kinds of things you can make. Like they have the little fingerless gloves. I've made those before. Little projects for Christmas time to give out as stocking stuffers. Or like these little, well, these aren't little actually, these are pretty big. And I was using a 3.5 millimeter. But these granny squares, because you can make a lot with the granny squares. Like I could make a poncho. I could make a purse. You can make a blanket. You could probably make a cardigan with these. I'm not sure. Maybe use 2 squares. I don't know, but you could probably make a cardigan with this. I'm getting ideas. Manuela, her cardigans are beautiful. I love them. They work so well in the winter time, and I hear we're going to have a really bad winter. Her cardigans are amazing. I mean, I would love to wear that around. That would be great. 'Cause I wear robes too. I have a blue robe that I wear around the house a lot. So wouldn't it be nice to have those cardigans? 'Cause it kind of is like a robe, you know, to go to get your mail out of the mailbox, or if you're going to take the trash out, or if you just need to run some errands and go to the store to get your groceries and things like that in the wintertime. Because I don't know about you guys, I do not like coats and jackets. I just don't like them. Sometimes with the coats and the heavy jackets, they're so heavy and bulky that it's hard for me to get in my car because they're so big and bulky. I just don't like big, bulky coats. You know how they're really poofy, and I feel like a giant marshmallow in these big coats, and I'm like, I can't move. So I like to be able to move in the wintertime. Yeah, I'm not a fan of coats. I just don't like them. There's just too much material in them. And they don't even keep you warm because all the material is like this plasticky. I don't know how to describe it. They make the coats and stuff to where it's waterproof, so if it's raining or whatever, it just slides off. But it's not comfortable. I don't like coats. I would rather have a cardigan and just wear that in the wintertime. It keeps you plenty warm. And I mean, if you're not going to be outside in the weather for 2 hours straight, you're just going out for a little bit here and there, it should be fine. Heck, I would probably even wear it shoveling snow outside, no problem, because I take breaks when I'm shoveling snow. I'm only going to go out there for maybe 15, 20 minutes, and then I'm going to come back in the house to get warm again, and then go back out and do the rest of the shoveling. So that's how I usually do that. But yeah, I'm just not a coat person. And people at work say that, where's your coat? I'm like, I don't want to wear a huge bulky coat that I can't hardly move in. I want to be able to move. So I love those cardigans because at least you would be able to move and you wouldn't be in a big coat. But her cardigans are beautiful and I love them. And I'm excited. I'm still experimenting on dyeing the yarn. And I got the rest of my dye, so I'm dyed out now. I think I have enough colors. I'm happy so far with all these colors. I'm satisfied. I have to stop at some point or I'm going to go bankrupt. But yeah, I got a lot of money in this project. But I'm really excited about it. And hopefully it'll turn out. And if it doesn't, and I get brown poopy yarn, it's going to be the most beautiful brown poopy yarn ever. That would kind of be funny too, be like, okay, I got the world's ugliest yarn. I mean, what could go wrong? I mean, it's color. It's color, right? That's all it is. Just different colors. Some people will like it, some people won't. But I'm really enjoying it, and it's quite the process. Dyeing yarn, especially acrylic yarn. I'm doing it with acid dye. The computer tells me I'm not allowed to do that. But I'm stubborn and I'm going to do whatever I want to do. Nobody's going to tell me I can't. Nobody's going to tell me that I can't do something because look, I'm doing it. What does that look like? You can't dye acrylic yarn with acid dye? What? I think that's what I'm doing. Yeah. So we're just going to experiment some more, see if we can get the colors to pop out a little bit better. Every dye is different too. But we're figuring it out. And I don't even know how they do, I don't even know how they put the color in the acrylic yarn. That's something interesting too. Like, how do they do it in the factory? How do they do it in the factory? Coloring the yarn. Is it already colored and then they put it in a machine and it spins out and comes out of the machine like that? I need to watch that show. What's it called? The how-to show where it shows like the factories and stuff that making. I need to watch videos on how they make acrylic yarn. How do they get all those colors? I'm sure it's not like the aliens come to the yarn factory and laser beam colors on the yarn. This is the child brain that I have, like that show, Pee Wee Herman or whatever, where they have like a really big imagination. That's like me. I'm like, what? The aliens are at the yarn factory and they just laser the colors on the yarn. Is that how it works? Because if they could just come over and do that for me, that would be great. Aliens, if you're watching, come on down and help me dye yarn. Laser beam colors on the yarn. Anyways, I better get off of here and let you guys go. So I'll see you next time. We're going to experiment some more and see what we come up with. All right, you guys have a good night. Bye.